Second reading on ordinance 2024-04, amending the 23rd-24 budget. Are any of y'all here for the budget amendment? We'll have about 5 minutes here and we'll crank up again. Supposed to warm up, thank goodness.
For a couple days. And that's gonna be cold again.
Yeah, but it'll warm up.
I don't like the cold either.
I can always take off enough clothes, but I can't put on enough. Wintertime kills me.
Warm, cozy. These chairs are nice.
Pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
We'll call the public hearing closed. Call the regular meeting to order and have the minutes.
The Board of Mayor and Aldermen of Cumberland City met regular sessions Thursday, October 5th, 2023 at City Hall. All members were present. Also in attendance was City Recorder Kristen Mathis, Levi Page with the Stewart County Standard, Tina Ramsey with Stewart County Streaming, also several city residents. Mayor Vaughn called for the meeting to order at 5 p.m. and called for the reading of September meeting minutes. They were approved on a motion by Gunson, second by Milliken. No unusual expenses were reported. First on the agenda was ordinance 2024-03 Industrial District Meat Products. Mayor Vaughn stated that we do need a motion and a second and a roll call vote. Alderman Milliken asked who makes the second. Vaughn said, if we don't get a motion and a second with a roll call vote, then it will be brought before the board next month. Milliken said, so it's not dead on the vine. Mayor Vaughn said, no, we have to have a roll call vote. It's still alive. Alderman Short said, again, if it doesn't get a second, it will just keep coming up each meeting until we get a second motion. Gillum made the first motion, second by Short. Mayor Vaughn said that a motion and a second, a roll call vote. A roll call vote was made with Gillum and Vaughn with yes, and Milliken, Gunson, and Short with no. Mayor Vaughn stated 2-3, it's over. Alderman Milliken made a motion to not allow the ordinance to be brought before the board for a minimum of 24 months regarding meat products. A motion was made by Milliken, second by Gunson. A roll call vote was made with all aldermen in approval with Mayor Vaughn abstaining. Next, ordinance 2024-04, 2023-24, budget amendment, first reading. Recorder Mathis explained to the board that she just needed to amend the purchase of the Public Works lawnmower and the purchase of the computer server with LGC. After a short discussion, a motion was made by Milliken, second by Gunson. A roll call vote was made with all members approved. Next, Mayor Vaughn brought up the Halloween candy. After a short discussion, a motion was made by Milliken, second by Gunson, to not exceed $400 on candy purchase. A roll call vote was made with all members approved. Next, Recorder Mathis wanted to let the board know that the city property taxes were down this year $12,303.96 from last year. Also, Mayor asked to have the permission from the board to proceed forward with the lawyer about taking some actions with the building at 118 Main Street. Next, Alderman Milliken asked about Mr. Brown and him asking about water on Congress Street. Mayor Vaughn stated that it was still in limbo at this time. Recorder Mathis spoke to the board regarding the police Tahoe. She stated that the Tahoe was considered totaled and the rehab on it was going to be $53,185. Chief Smith had found a way with the board's approval to piggyback off Dixon to get on the list to get a police vehicle faster. Board was in approval of this. Mayor Vaughn stated that he would like a motion and a second to get the city, so if the city could purchase a vehicle, we could. A motion was made by Milliken, second by Gunson. A roll call vote was made with all members approved. Lastly, Maddie Houston with the Park and Rec came before the board and asked if the Park and Rec could make purchases for signs of the amount of $150. Alderman Milliken stated that he could get a light tower donated for the evening to cut the cost of a light tower rental. After a short discussion, a motion was made by Gunson, a second by Milliken, and a roll call vote was made with all members approved. Also, Maddie Houston stated that the Fall Festival profited $1,012.09. Mayor Vaughn called for other business and was brought forth. A motion to adjourn was made by Gunson, second by Milliken. The meeting adjourned at 5:27 p.m.
You heard the reading of the minutes. If there's no additions or corrections, do I hear a motion to accept as read?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Motion carried. Approval of, got any unused expenses?
No.
New business. Ordinance 2024-04, amending 23-24 budget.
Second reading. Sorry.
You didn't have second. I was going
That was my fault.
That'd be on the second reading.
It's just the same as it was last month. I'm just getting a second reading on the purchase for the lawnmower and the server.
I'll make a motion.
Motion made and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Roll call, excuse me, money. I'm sorry.
Short. Gunson.
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes, motion carried. TAUD bid open.
I haven't opened it. I just did it so I didn't have to struggle here in the office. The only bid we got on the QRF was Rye Engineering. That's the only one that sent in. So we just need y'all's approval to go forth with them being our engineer for the project with the TAUD money grant.
And that's on the sewer pond and the directional bore.
We've been at this that was about a year and a half ago we started all this. But the state has said we had to do, most cities have their own engineer, which we normally go with Rye on certain things because he's here locally, and but we had to do the bidding process. So I sent out a bid, nobody else has bid on it, so this is the only one we got.
Do I hear a motion to accept Rye Engineering bid?
Make a motion, we go forward.
A second.
Motion and a second, and roll call, please.
Short,
Yes.
Gunson,
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes. CEMC Connect.
We've ran into an issue with the police new equipment that Chief Smith has ordered with his grant that he got. We got new body cameras and some other stuff. I'm not sure what it is, but our internet that we have with AT&T is not strong enough to support the new software. So I reached out to Cumberland Connect and got some figures. I went ahead and done phone lines also because right now if I called AT&T and if we shut off our internet, we don't get the discounted stuff through AT&T. So with Cumberland Connect, it was $32 per line, and we would need 4 lines, and it's $90 a month for internet. So roughly, we're going to be about $40 cheaper than AT&T is if we come out of this, what she quoted me.
Does that make anything with that?
That gives us.
We have at the fire hall, do we have, okay.
We can keep the same at the
Okay,
fire hall,
all right.
or if you guys wanted to look into doing that, but it's not very much with AT&T. I did not get quotes on the fire
Okay,
hall, but I
okay.
can to see if it's a little bit cheaper at the fire hall, and we can do that too because the fiber optic does come through city limits, so we can get that. But they would be able to support 90. I don't know what the megahertz is, but it's a lot more than AT&T.
Yeah, I think for the fire hall it'd be better just to keep up with if we do stream out there, I think the higher bandwidth is better. I
Yeah,
think we can look into that for the fire hall.
I definitely can do that.
Yeah. For future events.
I know
Future proofing that.
when there's meetings down there, everybody uses
Yeah.
the internet
Mm.
for their approval.
I make a motion, you go forward,
Okay.
check on, change it over.
A second.
Motion and second, roll call please for money.
Short,
Yes.
Gunson,
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes, motion carried. Alrighty, police vehicle, it's sitting out in the parking lot, but before we can take possessions of it, we need approval on the bid.
So right there for you guys, we have 4 bids that were sealed through email. I just printed them off just now. We had 3. One was Wilson County Motors. This is for the same specs on the truck that's outside. These 2 companies did not have this truck. So the one spec that you do have is a truck that's outside. So the one from Wilson County was $56,026. The one from Sierra Chevrolet Buick GMC was $64,520. Freeland Chevrolet for I guess another spec that they had on a 1500 was $55,100. So I guess the extras that are on the inside that I have there listed are why this one's a little bit more. But the one that we have outside was $53,700, and it's here. They went ahead and brought it to show us that we could have it if it was approved. So. So that's where we are.
Do I hear a motion to accept the bid of
$53,700.
$53,700?
I make a motion.
Motion made,
Second.
roll call vote please.
Short,
Yes.
Gunson,
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes, motion carried. Any other business?
Oh, I have from Park and Rec. They were asking if they could get a $250 petty cash for the cake crawl. I think that's what they called it. Just to have that for petty cash. So that's not an expense. They would just have it on hand to be able to do change.
Okay, I make a motion.
I second it.
Here we go again. Roll call please.
Yes.
Short, Gunson, Vaughn.
Yes.
And I would like to say the Halloween was great this year. We had a big turnout. Fire hall and down here too.
I spoke with a fellow this morning, he said it was cold.
That it was cold.
All right. If there's nothing else come before the board, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion.
A second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Uh,
You're so cold.